Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today has been pretty interesting. I woke up this morning next to the most beautiful woman I know, and we had made some breakfast before she went off to work, and then I had to take a business phone call and then go to a funeral for a friend. And of course, that's pretty heavy, as anyone out there has ever had to deal with going to a funeral, you know how that can be. And it was nice to catch up with some old friends I haven't seen in a while, and also to meet members of my friend's family who passed away. And yeah, that's a part of life, and it's just the nature of things. It's how things go, and it's what's going to happen to all of us. And you just have to go forward. These things happen, and this year has been pretty rough as far as deaths has been concerned for this year, and it's just one of those things you have to just kind of accept and keep going forward. It's important not to forget the ones that we love who have passed away, and it's important to recognize that we ourselves will eventually pass away one day also. And I think it's good to contemplate one's mortality and to think about how all of this is temporary, and it's all the more reason to make every day count and to do the best you can with every day you have, and to recognize that we're all lucky to be here. From a religious standpoint, a mathematic, and a scientific standpoint, we are lucky to be here. It's just an amazing phenomenon that life even exists at all, as far as we know. It's curious, this whole nature of this reality and how we perceive reality in this cosmos, in this universe. I don't mean to get all philosophic, but I get this way whenever I do contemplate our mortality and the universe we live in, and all of that sort of thing. So that's what happened this morning, and I got back home, and the poor puppy, we put them inside of this open area. There's a nice size caged fenced-in area that's meant for outside that we brought inside because we're still trying to potty train the puppy, and the poor puppy had stuff coming out both ends. So I just got done cleaning all that up after I changed out of my suit. I thought I'd do a YouTube post with my suit on and talk about the somberness and the reality and the inevitability of the concept of death. And but I had more important things to worry about, like a living thing, a young little cute little fluffy ball of energy. It's so adorable. That poor thing is outside right now, and I just got done disinfecting the area, doing some laundry. He had a little doggy sweater on that got a little soiled, so I had to go take care of that. And the poor little guy, he's trying. He's a good boy. I think that it might be the wet food that he ate, or perhaps something that some sort of vegetation, perhaps if he's got an allergy. I think we're going to go back to the food that he was eating his whole life so far, and that might be a smart move. Um, so yeah, I know switching up the pet food can be a stressful thing on an animal, especially when they're that young and they're so used to getting a certain type of nutrition and dealing with a certain kind of food. But hey, we're learning every single day that rolls by, and that's all right. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. Me and my girlfriend, we were looking through all of the wonderful, marvelous gifts that our friends and family have been sending to us through the registries we have on online, and I'm just taken back. I am full of gratitude and joy and love, and just absolutely overwhelmed at the amount of support that we're getting for this baby. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this video shorter than usual. I have a lot of important things to do. I don't want that dog sitting outside longer than it needs to. I gave it food and water. We tried feeding it this morning at 7 o'clock, and we want to feed it at 7 o'clock and then a lunch, and then 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or so, and see how that works out. And every time it eats, it has to go to the bathroom immediately after, so it's probably out there right now. I want to be out there to congratulate when it does its business, but it's hard to do that when you got to clean up all this stuff and take care of that, post on YouTube, and oh, don't tell anyone. I did some Christmas shopping too on the way back from the funeral. I mean, you have to fit these things in. You have to make all the pieces fit when it comes to the most wonderful time of the year, which, by the way, can mean a lot of different things to different people. For a lot of the youngsters out there, Christmas and the holiday season is an amazing time, and depending on where you grew up and what your background is, sometimes it's not as fun. But we all have memories attached to this time of year because it's a very intense time of year for a lot of the adults and the kids as well. The kids as well. And the older you get, the more holiday seasons you've experienced, and the more memories you have attached to those holiday seasons. And it's a surreal time of year when we have all these gifts being given out of sometimes out of purposefulness, and then other times out of obligation. And it's important to remember that around this time of year, there's a lot of people who are suffering silently. And I think it's a good thing to keep that in mind when you're dealing with people, and to try to keep in good spirits around the time of year as much as you possibly can. Not just for the sake of other people, but for the sake of yourself, too. You got to keep your sanity around this time of year. There can be a lot happening all at once. But I'm surprised at how well I'm handling everything. There's a lot of changes going on, and I have a lot of pressure to be a certain individual any given day of the week, depending on what role I'm playing. Whether I'm being an in-home caregiver, which I love that job. It's an incredibly rewarding job and easy job, even though it keeps me really busy throughout the day. But it's a joy to do that, and it's a joy to be a peer mentor for my friend who needs a helping hand, just getting around town and being socially acclimated to other people. I love my entertainment gigs; those are absolutely wonderful. The quality control jobs I've been doing in various facilities has been wonderful, making sure that products come out the way they're supposed to come out. That was a really fun gig that my girlfriend hooked me up with. She hooked me up with some wonderful people that can give me some contract jobs every once in a while doing that. And I love working contract jobs. I love having the option to be able to turn down work if I have plans, and I don't have to punch a clock 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, which I'm not above doing. I respect all those who do that sort of thing, and I might have to make some sort of transition in the near future to doing something like that, especially if I get my degree in occupational therapy, which I intend on doing. Not if, but when. So I'm going to cut this video short. I said that I was going to do that already, but I got a lot on my mind, and I love sharing out there with anyone who's willing to listen to your old pal Fleck talk about it on his not so paisley couch now. I got this white leather couch, but who knows? Maybe we'll bring back that paisley couch, and I'll do my filming once again with my DSLR camera instead of my phone, and bring back the editing magic by next year. So until then, my friends, you keep on keeping on. Keep your head on straight during this crazy holiday season. You know, call those relatives that are usually lonely. You know, remind them that they're loved and they're cared about. You know, make some time to contact some old friends and check on them. There's a lot of people in silent desperation. And, yeah, I don't know. Remember to never give up. That's a real important one, too. Oh, my gosh. And, of course, do your best. There's no other way to do it. Give it your all. Don't be afraid of failure, you know? Put your all into it. Life's too short to do it any other way. And to stay true to you, to be honest with who you are. It's huge. It really is. To be honest with yourself and to share that self with other people. It takes out a bunch of layers of nonsense that doesn't need to be there when it comes to interpersonal communication. That's right. So, and I almost forgot. Be amazing. Why not? Be the best version you possibly can of you, and that's what I think being amazing is. Thanks very much for watching. I don't know who you are, but I love you. And we'll see each other next time. Till then, peace.